You probably know the story by now. I made an accidental violation of the community guidelines back in 2024 and was permanently demonetized and told that the decision was final and I wouldn't be able to reapply for monetization again, ever. But just 3 days ago, I discovered that the option to reapply had mysteriously been added back again. So I made some changes to my channel, made a very clear public statement, and even wrote a 2-page document arguing my case, since I always believed that the punishment was irrationally harsh and very unfair, as I know you do too. They told me a human would look into my case and that I could expect the process to take over a month. But when I checked back again about an hour ago, as I'm recording this, the decision was already made that my channel is once again eligible for monetization. And all I had to do was update my tax forms and submit it to Google, which I immediately did, and voila, we're back, baby! When I received the news of the demonetization back in 2024, on October the 4th to be precise, it was one of the worst days of my life, no joke. Mapping is my passion, and being a YouTuber is what I want to do full-time as a career if I can. Those dreams were shattered, and there was quite a bit of a dark period and anxiety involved for me the coming months. I briefly considered giving it all up, but only for a few seconds before I decided that rather than backing down, I would instead expand the channel despite this major blow. I increased my activity on Patreon, put up an unfortunate but necessary paywall, started delaying the uploads on YouTube by 1 week, and kept certain videos and entire projects Patreon exclusive. All of this was necessary to keep my life's work, that is Vologdan mapping, economically sustainable, to continue at the same pace as I wanted to. I've said it many times, and I will say it again. All of you who donated to me on Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee or GoFundMe, saved this channel. Without your support, I probably couldn't have made it to this point where I am able to make this wonderful update. An update I had half given up on ever making. But here we are. The Vologdan Dark Age 2024 to 2026 is finally over, and it won't be missed. I will never be able to thank each and every one of you who supported me through this enough. But I want you to know that those of you who only donated to help keep the channel alive and not for the benefits that comes with it, you may now, with good conscience, cancel the monthly donations. I don't think I will depend on them to the same degree for much longer. Actually, if you can afford it, you might want to wait a bit until I announced that I indeed have received my first payment from YouTube again, because as of right now, my economic situation is no different than it was 3 days ago. So what's the plan now? What will the fall of the paywall look like? To be honest, I'm not sure yet. These good news are still super new to me, and I haven't had time to think it through at all. I think I'll wait with lifting most sanctions until the first YouTube salary is safe in my wallet. But I think it also makes sense to immediately get rid of this cursed 1 week delay of uploads to YouTube. I mean, the more recent the events covered in the videos are, the more relevant they are, and the more views they'll get, which equals more revenue for me. I survived this horror show through your support and lots of personal determination. Now I want to bounce back, bigger, better, and stronger than ever. I want to make as many projects as I can at the same time, and for the first time since the demonetization, I dream of making Vologdan mapping my full-time job and career again. I will update you in the community tab each and every time I make changes or lift any of these paywall sanctions, so keep an eye there. I won't get rid of Patreon or the exclusive benefits there entirely though. It has proven a far more reliable source of revenue than YouTube, and I believe even with the monetization reinstated, it can serve as a very useful platform for me to be able to expand the channel as a whole. For example, I will continue to take extra care not to accidentally violate any guidelines, now more than ever. So anytime there is an especially controversial topic that I'm afraid to cover on YouTube because of the guidelines and the censorship, you will find the uncensored version on Patreon, just as with last Sudan update that I made. I still need to keep some incentive for those of you who can and want to donate money, even if I no longer rely solely on them. I hope you understand that. So yes, there will still be some Patreon exclusive content and a paywall left standing, although a much smaller and nicer looking one than before. But overall, I'd say about 90% of the sanctions will be lifted in the coming few months. The Vologdan mapping dark age is over. We made it. There's also the issue of Greenland. To be honest, I made the decision to move there partly because of my economic situation following the demonetization. And now it's far too late to pull out of those plans. My plane leaves in 9 days. And also, I really want to see Greenland, and as much of the Arctic as I can. I just wanted to share this good news and let you know that there are better days ahead now. But most importantly, I wanted to thank those of you who got me through these difficult times. You saved my dream. And remember, if there is an ad on this video, click on it.